Going on a little trip for this Lionsgate portal. I'm really excited. This is going to be my first time tripping without smoking the Mary J. Okay, my first time tripping without crossfading. Not my first time tripping. But I haven't tripped in a long time. It's been a couple of years actually. A little nervous, just a little nervous. So what I like to do first is I like to pull some cards. I'm gonna pull a card that I see before the trip, and then I like to have another card already pulled, but that card I don't look at, and that's gonna be after the trip. And I like it because it kind of like ties everything in. So I use my pendulum for every part of this process, and I'm trying to figure out which deck. Usually my eyes are drawn to the one that I'm supposed to, see that? To the one that I'm supposed to pull from, but I like to double check with my pendulum. And it shows me that my intuition be on point. We're gonna pull from the Oracles of Shadow and Light deck. I love this deck. So, what do you want me to know before this trip? What message do you need to hear, okay? Wow, I am Kali. From death comes rebirth. Period. Okay, that's card number 13. All right, and then at the end of this trip, let me make sure that that's the one. Okay, this is the end of the trip, so I leave this face down because I don't want to see what that is. I like for it to be a little surprise. Kali is the blue-skinned Hindu goddess of birth, death, and rebirth. Here she represents the destruction phase of this natural cycle, and it is her role to clear away all that is no longer needed. She is often depicted dancing with swords, and she is said to cut off the head of those who do not heed the necessity of moving through these natural cycles. Her necklace of severed heads represents the end of slavery to the overthinking, overanalytical self who gets stuck when all that is needed is action. Yes, let's go. This goddess is very strong, very powerful, and in many ways extremely protective, though her fierce nature can often frighten timid souls who fear decisive action. As she is a mother goddess, she helps with issues to do with brothers, sisters, teachers, and parents, and will help with painful transitions. Once received in a message, Kali energy is already activated. Let go. Oh, God damn, the goosebumps just keep coming harder. Let go and allow her to assist you in releasing all that is no longer needed and in taking powerful action to change your life. Damn, I'm about to cry. Okay. This is like Kali speaks, so this is like her message. And it says, I am the dancer who moves through the fire, who wields my sword and severs the cords of energy that entangle you, and who is not afraid of the death that needs to happen. Every act of destruction is an act of creation, and this is no act of pointless destruction and brutality. I am clearing all that is leeching off your energy, draining your strength, and abrading those relationships that cannot do anything but keep you stuck. I can't see. Whether you realize it or not, you called on me. I low-key saw her in a video the other day. This girl, she was saying like that's her goddess or whatever. And I have come to clear the path to destroy that which you have longed to let go of. Something's time has come, and it will be born again, as nothing truly ever dies. It only changes. And that time has come. I'm pure fire energy and the Great Mother. And as I dance, the death you face brings you to new life. And as I dance, the death you face brings you to new life. Working with... the divination message says, working with Kali is extremely powerful, but it is work we all do and all must do. If you have drawn this card, you are working with the energy of the fire of the dancing mother goddess who will teach you how to grow through the change you have been resisting and filling with too much. and who will purify and change everything. You must not stay still with this energy. Movement is essential for working with her, and her fierce nature is in fact a test of your own strength. Can you do what needs to be done and still dance? Can you rejoice in the purification of stale energy? Can you walk forward without hesitating? Can you say yes to what will come for you on the other side of Kali's fire? And will you wear your lessons proudly as she does her necklace? Think about it. And know that this death is an incarnation within an incarnation, a new life within this lifetime, born of fire. Will you wear the lessons proudly? Wow, this is going to be a really good trip. Okay, now we're in front of the scale because I need to figure out how much am I even taking. I have 1.5 in my head. Okay, 1.5. I was like, should I do more than 1.5? And it said no, so 1.5. Okay. I gotta weigh this. I can't show these on TikTok, so I'll be back. Okay. And let's make the hot chocolate. Let me just warm up this milk in the microwave. Smell like feet.
Oh yeah, I don't miss that smell.
I know, that's the worst part. Just getting you down the hatch, goddammit. I know someone in the comments gonna be like, just eat it with peanut butter and jelly next time. That's disgusting. Ain't nobody trying to eat all that damn bread. Okay, I could do that. It don't taste nothing. It just seemed like you put a little. We used to put some saltine crackers in the hot chocolate. My dad used to like to eat it that way. I'm like, it's good. This kind of tastes like that's what you did. Like you forgot the saltine cracker inside the damn thing. All right, guys. Cheers. 9:38. I swear I kept seeing that time.
It's gonna be a long night.
Yeah, for real. Well, I'm definitely not chugging this. This shit hot as fuck. If you don't like the taste of shrooms, put it in a hot chocolate or coffee. I don't know. Maybe. I don't like tea. That's why I wouldn't put it in the tea because I don't even drink tea. But if you're a tea drinker, I'm sure this will work too. The last little bits start to get real chunky. It was already chunky, but it started. I'm like, shit. And then I feel like I was starting to feel it a little bit. Which is crazy because it's not even 10 minutes later, but I feel like I always start to feel it real quick. And my thinking is because I already vibrate so high, and shrooms raises your vibration, so I'm already like, the shrooms up here, and I'm already like this. Most people like down there, you know, so I'm like, you know. Watch someone be like, yeah, chocolate actually like amplifies it.
I think it does, though, like the chocolate bars.
Oh yeah, maybe.
So maybe it's kind of similar.
Yeah.
And probably it's the sweetness.
Oh, the sugar, yeah. One last bit. All right. Thank you to the mushrooms. Thank you to the person who grew it. Thank you to the person who first even found out that this shit was a possibility. Thank you. All right. The game has begun. And now it is time to go shit and shower. because you must release the density. Okay, freshly showered. They are starting to kick in. I'm getting a little nauseous. So I have peppermint essential oil. I'm just sniffing it to try to keep myself from throwing up. But sometimes the throwing up is necessary. I'm just like, I'd rather not. Okay, it's 10:33, almost a full hour in. I am starting to feel it. I feel like my mouth is dry. That's like a main sign, and obviously the motion sickness or dizziness or whatever. Let's see how it goes. I came to sit outside because it feels great. Which says a lot, because I would never do this after a shower on a regular day. It'd be hot as fuck out here. But right now, it feels amazing. We're going on a trip on our favorite rocket ship, going through the sun, little Einsteins. I be knowing that I'm tripping because scrolling on the phone, looking at other people's shit is like the last thing I want to do. It ain't even on the list. It's not even the last thing. It's not on the list of things I want to do. It's like I can't even say the last thing, you know, because it's not on the list. Okay, bitch, this motherfucker is starting to go on a whole other level. We just dancing this shit, and now I'm like, ooh, turn the music off. Everything is becoming a lot. I'm like, every little fuzz on my motherfucking face, I feel that shit. I'm like, ooh. Usually, that might be time for me to switch the setting around. We might have to get out this garage. Let's see where it takes us next. Ooh, I went inside. My husband was making some noodles. That shit, baby, it smells so bad. It smells so bad. This is the part of the trip that's always like hard to record because it happens in my head like a lot. The conversations and everything, but essentially I'm gonna try to tell you guys what I'm going through right now is my thought loops. Okay, everybody has thought loops. It's just kind of like the shit that you think. Whew, the shit that you think throughout the day. So if you're aware, you would be able to see it right away. Like, oh, okay, I'm constantly thinking about, usually worrying about something. And then for me, it's usually like shit with money. Yeah, shit with money, or like social media. And then I'm like, but everything's fine. And then it's like money, social media, everything's fine. Money, social media, everything's fine. Money, social media. And so like essentially what shrooms does, and why some people don't like it, is because it's gonna play that shit back to back to back to back until it's over. But for one, I want to see this because I'm like, it helps you slow down so you could realize that like the shit is on repeat all the time and you're focused on it now, but it's on repeat all the time and it doesn't drive you crazy, but it should drive you crazy because it's on repeat all the time, if that makes sense. So yeah, the next bit is like really in my head, and then going in there and smelling the fucking noodles. That did not smell good. I think it reminded me of earlier today. I kind of like forced myself to eat these noodles, and they were not good. So it's just like it's really. It's not the dancing part, but it's the necessary part of the trip. And it's freaking 11:11 as I ended that last bit. Fans going off right now. Close my eyes and I can like you see every noise. and hear it. I don't know how to explain it. You experience every fucking vibration. So even if you think, oh, I'm just gonna close my eyes, no, bitch, the visuals actually intensify when your eyes are closed. But with the sound, it's kind of like it's wild, almost like kaleidoscope, but not not always as fun. So sometimes you realize, okay, these noises, they sound very like jarring. I think that's the right way to say it. But yeah, the noises are a lot. I was like, damn, what am I gonna do all these hours? Like, how am I gonna pass this time? Girl, the way that the entertainment finds you when you just chilling, I could close my eyes and boy, so many things. But also, I could see like the Matrix and shit. Is it the Matrix and shit? Yeah, it looks like grid lines, like everywhere. Like I'm looking straight up and I see like, it's like the grid lines. So many layers and shapes. And they're always there. But I could just see them now. They're always there.
I'll do that, but that's a little too long.
I'm mad too. God damn. First thing I do is go to it, meditate, do some shit, you know, get your heart rate down a little bit.
My husband refused to even take a tiny little sip from my shit, but here's the thing. My theory is that it doesn't matter if you trip or not. If you're around a person who's tripping, you're low-key gonna trip. Just a little bit. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I swear it happens so. Oh, it is. Because by this time, he'd be asleep. That man is awake. And it just turned. And that bitch, he's watching the show, but I'm like, sir, it's 11:45. You never stay up this late unless I'm with you, you know? I just think it's funny. Because he said, I ain't gonna do nothing, but I think you did do something, but you didn't do nothing, but you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Okay, it's starting to get hot out here, but I worked for this, but okay. My husband like, you still feeling it? I'm like, yeah, it's not gonna wear off. It's like 1:16 right now. He's like, yeah, see, that's why I'm glad I didn't take it. Because, you know, I'll just be wondering when it's going to wear. I said, you took it without taking it, so you're still awake too. I think we're ready for this card. Let's just, whoa. Out trick-or-treating. We're here. Let me turn this off. I've literally never gotten this card. So we're here. Period. Oh, I love her hair. Do you see why I love this deck? It's so cute. It gives Bratz vibes. And I was a Bratz girl through and through. Card number 5. Ooh, that's change, transformation. It said, knock, knock. They're here at your door, front or back, or at a window dressed in black. Appear 4 little ones if you include little jack-o'-lantern. They may look scary, but take some time to discover what they have bubbling away in the cauldron. It could be wonderful, and yet you may be fearful that it's woeful. It's going to take courage to find out the truth, but if you do find that courage, you'll discover that you need not be scared by the appearance of death. He's just here to help you change. You see these cards are so linked. And jack-o'-lantern is here to help you light up something you've been hiding from. The little witch with her apprentice They're ready to help you understand the depth of your magic. Don't be afraid. Period. Don't judge everyone by appearance. Instead, understand what lies beneath and discover what it is they want, and then feel out for any strings attached. We want you to exercise your feelings and your clairsentience, the ability to know and not rely upon appearance for your signals. Then we would like you to meet with us so you can share our experiences. So we can share our experiences with you and hear more of your story too. Divination message. It's up to you now to decide whether you're going to take the time to discover what something is really all about or simply judge it based on how it appears to be at first glance. The trick-or-treaters help you see through conditioning and old thought patterns, and as they do this, they may reveal to you a world of more wonder than you thought possible. And all you need is courage. Okay, period. Okay, I was like, let me see what the bottom of the deck. And it's card number 20, but on the bottom it says, it's time to be brave. And that one's just talking about courage. I want to read this one too. Because why not be? Okay, card number 20, Fairy of the Highlands. The time of truce is over. It's time to speak your truth and be strong. People have been taking over your ground, wanting what you have worked hard for without doing the work themselves. They have done so by taking advantage of your peaceful nature, but enough is enough. Sad as it is, it's time to change this, to cut away the cords between you and those who have taken so much, and now you will go into battle. Yes, it is sad. Yes, the Highland Fairy is sad for you, but do not allow sorrow and guilt to neglect self-protection. Honor yourself, raise your sword, and do not back down. Beige. I added the beige. But period. No, that definitely tracks though, because I'd be like, you know, and they like, no bitch. Motherfuckers is over here trying to, and they like, snatch your shit back from their bitch. Okay, post-trip thoughts. So I went into the trip wanting to know, like, what are my gifts? What the fuck am I supposed to do money-wise? Because back in like 2019 or before 2019, I was a spicy content creator. I was a cam girl. And when I had my spiritual awakening, I just couldn't bring myself to have these stupid fucking conversations with these men. So I stopped right when I was literally about to hit 6 figures in my business. And I stopped because I just couldn't bring myself to do that shit anymore mentally. So I started trying to pursue, you know, a more spiritual career path. I started off with like crystal jewelry and pendulums, and I stopped doing crystal jewelry, but I still do pendulums. And then, later on, as time went on, you know, just things were not popping off for me in that realm. So I was like, okay, what the fuck am I supposed to be doing? Then my husband and I started doing rug tufting. I was fucking amazing at that. My husband was even better at that. But it's a lot of work that people aren't willing to pay for. And then my husband got a laser engraver, and I really took to that because my design part of my brain really could flourish and I could spit out so many things versus tufting a rug. It takes a lot more time. So I'm like, okay, I had to pick one or the other, because with all the painting that I had to do with the laser engraved stuff or laser cut stuff, I could not tuft the rug at the same fucking vicinity. Like, that was just going to be like literally all of the paint was going to get fucking, you know, fluff on it. So I had to pick one or the other, and I picked laser engraving. So I went to do my first market ever. As I knew I was going to do a market, I really wanted to make sure that people saw me and, you know, they knew what I was offering. So I made a tent sign. And when I was at that market, the vendor that was next to me, we really hit it off, and she really liked my tent sign. So she ended up placing an order for one. And ever since then, I started getting more and more orders for tent signs. And I was like, okay, this is great. Like, this is probably supposed to be my thing. I stopped doing markets because I was so busy doing orders. And markets were never really profitable for me, honestly. I was more so getting questions from other vendors asking about my sign. And I never really did well at markets. And And that was just for like my decor stuff. People really don't want to buy decor like that. They want to buy shit that they can like use, not like display. So I'm like, okay. So been doing 10 signs. I've made over 100 signs now, and shit was going really well. And then everything slowed down, and I'm like, okay. Usually when things slow down, that's either a sign for me to pivot or me to add something, you know, and I'm trying to figure out what it is. But every time that I have these slow down moments, or, you know, yeah, these moments where money is just like not flowing into my life, I always kind of joke around and I'm like, all right, universe, you're gonna have to show me like where my shit's supposed to pop off, or I'm gonna go back to my cam shit, because y'all have yet to show me something more profitable than that. And I always make this joke. And my husband is like the first one that's like, you should go back to doing it. Like, what the hell? Like, you know, he's always the first one that's on board. Like, yes, ma'am, let's go back. And I've always resisted it. But after this shroom trip that I took, I think part of me is just wondering, why have I not gone back? Like, why am I willingly putting myself through this struggle, quite literally struggle, fucking having to affirm groceries, like literally, like nobody. So I had to affirm groceries. We have to affirm like simple fucking shit. We're not out here buying shit at all, like literally bare fucking necessities. Okay. And I'm over here just trying to tell myself like, no, like, you know, something's gonna pop off. No, I am putting myself through this shit when I know where I can make money. I know how I can attract money and be abundant. And maybe, just maybe, I am supposed to go back to that shit. So the other day I thought about it and I was like, okay, what's the reason that I stopped? Like, okay, I didn't want to deal with these stupid men, but in all actuality, I have full control over how I do this shit. So I don't have to entertain shit that I don't want to. I could literally make my whole thing where I make fun of men. They pay you for that. Yes, they do. And they pay very well. Okay. So, and what am I worried about? Other people's opinions? Everybody close to me in my life, one, knows that I was doing that shit. And two, is wondering why the hell am I sitting here struggling when I could literally go back? Everybody was cool on board with it. My own mother, my mother-in-law, my husband, my sister, like literally everybody that I care about don't give a fuck. They do not give a fuck. They support me. So I'm like, so am I concerned about the opinions of people online? Because at the end of the day, why am I concerned about people who are not willing to pay me? The fuck, if you was that fucking concerned about my shit, you should be giving me money, you know? And maybe I'm just supposed to be out here taking this money from these men. Like, I love that shit. I actually feel really good when I take money from men. And it's not like me, it's stealing their money. Like, they're paying me, you know? But I love that shit. Versus me, you know, I mean, I love getting paid from other people too. But there's a part of me that like feels bad. I don't know why. That's a fucking money blockage, I know. But, you know what I mean? Like, I'm sitting here worried about the opinions of people who probably don't give a fuck, honestly. They're probably like, girl, dude, fucking you. Like, get that money. And even if you're judging, I don't care, bitch. Who are you? You know, like, so, you know, like, this is just me saying that, like, yes, I am gonna get back into my shit, and I don't want to hide it. That's another thing. I don't want to hide it, because that was my main thing. Is like, I felt like I was gonna be up here just like, you know, pretending. And that was my biggest thing. I don't want to pretend, but I don't have to pretend. I don't have to keep this shit a secret. I'm not going to sit here and post on my links, but I don't have to act like it's not fucking happening. I'm going to use this shit to fund my dreams, my everything. And who fucking knows? Who fucking knows what the fuck will happen? But I know right here, right now, I refuse to keep struggling, because, bitch, I've been struggling since I stopped. Nothing has even came close to the amount of money that I was making, and I was so fucking happy. They say that money cannot buy happiness. I say, bitch, you ain't never been broke then, ho. You've never had money, and you've never went to being broke after having money, because, bitch, if it don't buy happiness, it sure do help, okay? So, If you don't fuck with it, I don't care. The exit is right there, bitch. Fucking get your ass on. But if you like, I don't feel like you should have an opinion because I'm literally not affecting you in any way, shape, or form. My content here is not going to change. I'm not going to sit here and promote my shit on here. But I am just going to say that, like, I'm not going to keep my shit secret because I don't like that shit. I don't like secrets. I hate when people keep shit from me. And I've always felt like I've been very transparent with my TikTok audience and my whatever the fuck I post this on platform audience, and I'm just keeping a buck. Like, I'm gonna do what the fuck I need to fucking do, but I'm gonna do it my way. And I'm gonna make this shit fun and enjoyable for me. And it was fun and enjoyable for me all the way up until it wasn't, because I felt like I had to stick with the same, thing that I was doing the whole time. But in all actuality, I run this shit. Like, what? Yeah, so, the days of struggling are over. Fuck it. We ball. And it's truly a full circle moment because my husband blames shrooms for the reason why I stopped camming. And look, shrooms is the reason why I started again, because it said, girl, release your inhibitions. Remove them fucking blockages and do what the fuck you gotta do, baby girl. Yes, I'm still going to be offering 10 signs, custom signage, all that shit. This is just something to supplement my income because this shit's not fucking cutting it for me. And clearly the universe is trying to push me in another direction, or at least have me put this other egg in my basket that I probably should have never taken out, because damn, bro, like, I don't think y'all understand the type of struggle that I literally put myself through with this. Like, kick my own butt every day. And that's another thing, is like, I want to love myself more and forgive myself for the shit that I've done in the past, which means I gotta undo some of the shit that I feel like was stupid.